This is a demo for Rice University's ELEC327 course, and what we have here is an alternative version or an alternative game. So this is actually not Simon, which was the midterm project. This is a game that I call Zapress, and the basic idea is that users click as many times as possible. So this required very good debouncing because users were clicking as quickly as possible, and so any mistakes would result in a loss of functionality for the game. So I guess we can go ahead and take it out of low power mode, and that's just by clicking any button, and it goes into a pre-game phase where it's just waking up and indicating to the user that it's ready to go. And to again click any button, we can go to the level select phase, and here is where we can select between the two versions of the game. Clicking this button will result in two buttons being lit up that the user can select from, and so they'll be pressing on two buttons as many times as possible, whereas this button will just be one button and clicking as many times as possible. So we'll start out with just the one click, and so it goes into that, and I will demonstrate what exactly is happening in the pregame sequence. But so that means that I did not score the high score for that because that game over sequence was the red LEDs flashing. So I'm going to try to explain a little bit better what was happening. As soon as I click this, the green LEDs go from 3, 2, 1, and then indicate to the user that the game is about to start. So after I click this, we'll see it go 3, 2, 1, go, and then the user starts clicking as many times as possible. And as you can see, it's a pretty intense game. And that was, again, I didn't match the high score, so I got a game over LED. So it's actually kind of hard to beat the high score because I've been playing it for a little bit, but we can play the other version of the game, which is with two LEDs, and that's selected by clicking this button down here in the bottom left. So if we click that, it will be 3, 2, 1, go again, and then the user's clicking as many times as possible, back and forth, and when the yellow LEDs come on, so the yellow LEDs were an indication that the game was over, and then this LED sequence and piezo buzzer sequence is a game win indication, so I can click anything to go out of that. One of my favorite aspects of this game is that there is a moment of suspense in between the gameplay when the game is stopped at the yellow LED sequence right now, and it goes and it pauses, and then it tells the user exactly what happened. So that's about it. I think the biggest improvement to this game is that the biggest downfall rather is that the user doesn't know how close they were to the high score. They just know whether they beat it or not, and I think that would make it better for players if they knew if they were really close to the high score, if they were quite a ways off. But so I'm going to play the one button version one last time and try to beat my high score with this. So 3, 2, 1, go. So there we go, and I beat it. I'm going to go back into low power mode 4.